welcome back to Sporty Stuff TV and the Online Darts Live League and the conclusion of Group B this evening. Of course, Group A started what feels like a lifetime ago on Monday morning at 9:30 AM. And of course, who can forget that dominating performance from Martin Thomas. He actually lost his opening match and then went through 13 matches unbeaten before being defeated in his final match against Terry Jenkins. As you can see, went on to finish in second spot, Carl Wilkinson in third. So they progressed, of course, into Group B. But we then had the conclusion of Group C this afternoon, and it was all change. A dominating performance last night, or yesterday, from Richard North, and then it all went pear-shaped today, unfortunately, and it was Conan Whitehead who came out on top, and just by a leg difference, and he defeated Robert Rickwood in the final match 4-0 to take that top spot. So Conan and Robert join Martin Thomas in tomorrow night's final. And now, like I said, we have the conclusion of this fascinating Group B that was dominated last night by two players. One of them, Carl Wilkinson, who went through the card unbeaten, and he actually had an average for the night of 94.47 and a best of 103.92. Jamie Kelling's only defeat, of course, coming at the hands of Carl Wilkinson. Terry Jenkins sat in third spot. He's going to have to get off to a great start this evening, and his first match is against Rhys Griffin, who is in fourth. Deta Hedman had an average of over 82 for the evening, so performed very well. Looking at the odds, Carl Wilkinson is 4-9 favourite to win this Group B. Jamie Kelling 9-4, Terry Jenkins 8-1, Rhys 50s, and Deta at 1,000-1. She's going to have to produce some absolutely incredible darts to do so, of course. But there's the lineup for the night. 10 matches to bring you. Jamie Kelling against Wilkinson is our opening match, but a big game early on for Terry Jenkins against Rhys Griffin. Imperative for Terry to qualify for tomorrow night's final to finish in the top three, of course. An exciting night ahead. I cannot wait for the action, and we are literally only moments away. Is Jamie Kelling, who did have a wonderful night last night. Certainly the best I've seen him play over that amount of matches, and consistently averaged 86.48 for the night. 50% on his doubles, 7 180s, the 50% the highest of all players, and 3 ton plus outs.
First leg, it's Jamie to throw first. Game on.
In this match last night, Carl Wilkinson produced his best performance of the night. He saved the best to last. Averaged 103.92 in beating Jamie 4 legs to 2. As always, all these matches, best of 7 and the first to 4. 2 points for a win, of course. And don't forget, the winner, the runner-up, and the winner of the third and fourth playoff place tomorrow night all progress to Champions Week in 4 weeks' time. Richie Burnett winning Champions Week 1 and picked up a cool £5,000. Well, that's been upped. And our next champion will pick up £6,000.
59.
Not really taking any time to settle here, is he? Carl Wilkinson. Well, he chipped in with a 177. He's in there again.
140.
Challenge Tour returned today. Congratulations to Matt Campbell and Kevin Dowitz, who claimed the first 2 titles
41.
on that Challenge Tour.
Carl, you require 97. $57.
Carl Wilkinson, the 4-11 favourite, 2-1 about Jamie Kelling. Doesn't
100.
really affect his position,
Carl, you
a
require
defeat
40.
here to Carl Wilkinson, so there'll be no need to drop his head if he is defeated. All he's got to make sure is he beats the players behind him. Everything else out of his control,
20.
of course.
Jamie, you require 143.
Well, he had a high finish last night of 108, so this would trump that. Trouble 17 would have left double 16.
87. Carl, you require 20. Game shot on the first leg. Carl Wilkinson.
Starting this evening's session where he left off last night. A 17-dart breaker throw there to get us underway from Carl Wilkinson, and an early advantage. Had to break throw. Does it at the first opportunity.
Second leg, it's Carl to throw first. Game on.
He was very, very impressive last night.
180.
Certainly didn't show us his full repertoire over the opening 3 days. That was dominated, as I said, by Martin Thomas, but
60.
certainly showed a different side to his game last night.
58.
Did go 6 into a 9, of course.
$60.
Very much like Terry Jenkins. Jamie in a good position.
$58. $180.
Hit more 180s than anybody else last night. Jamie Kelling. He hit 7. Terry Jenkins and Carl Wilkinson hit 6.
100.
Already had 2 and a 177 in this match. He won't be going for another. Oh, that's beautiful.
Carl,
180.
105.
Followed by 177.
Game shot on the second leg.
Absolutely clinical from Carl Wilkinson. 180 followed by 177 to leave 24. Doesn't even get a go. 2-0 to this league leader, Carl Wilkinson.
Throw first. Game on. $96. $58.
In the opening 2 legs, we've seen 2 177s and 2 180s. One of each from both players.
100.
Bear in mind, these players, of course, are far from full-time professionals.
180.
In the red bit again.
$139.
Didn't like the lie. Starts going very flat, completely the opposite to those of Jamie Kelling. 85 left, trouble 15.
82.
majority of the players nowadays on the 165, of course, go for the 719 route to leave 32. He's going to be under pressure. Could go 48 for 36. 84 remaining. Yeah, and he went that way.
Jamie require 83.
But it's pressure. Oh, 77 remaining. Treble 19 for double 10. Frustrating to not get a dart at a double from that.
77.
Or a dart at the ball, of course.
67.
Well, he's dodged one there, Jamie Kelling.
Jamie, you require 40.
This is just for a hold of throw.
$26.
Carl, just the
10.
enormity of the situation due to the pressure from Carl Wilkinson. Can he hit double 5 again? Getting closer. Has to go right.
Game shot on the third leg.
What a dart from Carl Wilkinson, and in a blink of an eye finds himself 3-0 up and one leg away from a opening win to get us underway for the final stages of Group B.
Game on.
Even with those missed darts, it was only
60.
An 18 dart leg. It's averaging over 90.
26.
This could be the beginning of the end. In terms of this match for Jamie Kelling, needs to keep his head up. So it won't affect
60.
his position currently. He will stay on 6 points in second spot. Ain't got to worry about beating this man.
180.
His main priority should be getting wins over Terry Jenkins, Rhys, Griffin and Deta Hedman. And he will
85.
be taking his place in tomorrow night's final. Joining us for the first time, welcome along to the action on Sporty Stuff TV.
$81.
Hope you've been enjoying the football or the tennis or the cricket or the golf. Plenty of sport on today, that's for sure.
57.
So here's a break-back opportunity for Jamie Kelling.
138.
Certainly doesn't deserve to be gubbed 4-0. Needs a treble though.
47. Carl, you require 155.
As you can see, totally frustrated with that visit.
96.
Will impact on the leg difference,
Jamie
of course.
91.
Which was +7 going into this. Very aggressive. Tops he needs. 2 10s.
71.
Well, it should be all over. Although
59.
Carl only 3 from 11 on the doubles. He was 40% for the night last night. He's currently on 27%. Can he put that right? 2 10s.
39.
A bit of double trouble. Nothing wrong with the scoring.
20. Game shot on the fourth leg. Jamie Kelling.
A 19 dart breaker throw for Jamie Kelling. He certainly deserved something out of this match, that's for sure. Still a mountain to climb.
Fifth leg, it's Jamie to throw first. Game on.
Longest leg of the match, that
60.
19 dart breaker throw.
$60.
Match darts for the big fella to win it 4-0.
140. 93. 84. 100.
And again, it's going to stay there. Plenty of room for another.
140.
Good leg. 77 after 12. Possible 14 dart. Hold a throw to close the gap to just one.
78.
I don't think Carl
Jamie
Wilkinson will be
requires 77.
hitting the panic button quite yet. 18 for tops. There's the 18.
Game shot on the fifth
And
leg.
back-to-back
Jamie
legs
Kelling.
for Jamie Kelling. A 15 dart holder throw there. And he is within one of Carl Wilkinson. Very much game on now. Carl has the darts in leg
Sixth leg.
6.
It's Carl to throw first. Game on. $45.
And only 45.
$42.
Not punished.
$134.
Lovely use of the treble 19s there.
$30.
42 followed by a 30 is a disaster at any time. Never mind when you're against the throw.
140.
And you're watching your opponent hit 134 followed by a 140.
96. 96.
Down to a finish after 12 darts.
$140. Carl, you require 86. $54. 58.
So double 16 to
Carl, you
wrap it
require
up.
32. Game, shot,
And
the match.
he
Carl
does wrap it up
Wilkinson.
with a 16 dart hold of throw. A brief fight back there for Jamie Kelling. No change in the table position. There's the stats. Well, it's not a bad average considering you look at the finishing percentages. 2 from 7 for Jamie Kelling, 4 from 14, both 28.57%. Right, we're going to be straight back with Rhys Griffin against Terry Jenkins. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, brought to you exclusively on Sporty Stuff TV. Welcome along if it's the first time you're joining us. This is the conclusion of Group B. This is match number 2, 24-year-old Rhys Griffin. Clanbraddock. I'll give it a go. I should have asked. That's more like it. Terry Jenkins, 57 from Ledbury. I can do that one, no problem at all. Not far from Bristol, of course.
First. Game on.
This tie last night was our penultimate match, and Terry Jenkins was a 4-1 winner. It's really a must-win match for both.
81.
Did blow a little hot and cold last night, Rhys. Did have some good moments.
135.
Terry, very similar. Certainly nowhere near
24.
Reproduced some of the quality he threw over the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of Group A.
45.
But got going in the end. Had a high yesterday, or last night should I say, of 91.93. Did hit 6 180s.
58.
Best leg of the night last night was an 11 darter by our current league leader, Carl Wilkinson, who with that win against
85.
Jamie Kelling in our opener moved on to 10 points and plus 11 leg difference.
$58.
Jamie will stay
41.
in second spot. He's on 6 points plus 5, irrelevant of the result of this one. Even if Terry wins, he moves on to 6 points, but he will still be a few legs adrift on the leg difference because he's on 4 points minus 2. Pace of this one will suit both, of course.
70. $60. Terry require 125. $37. Rhys require 120. Game shot on the first leg.
A lovely start from Rhys Griffin. A 120 checkout Shanghai to hold throw in the opening leg. Well, Terry, early doors, up against it.
Second leg, it's Terry to throw first. $60.
Not Rhys's highest finish. Did take out a 126 last night. Terry Jenkins, of course,
93.
Prolific finalist, match play finals in 2007 and 2009. World Grand Prix in 06 and 07. Made the final
100.
of the UK Open, the Grand Slam, the Premier League, the European Championships, the Las Vegas Desert Classic. Remember that one? That was an enjoyable trip.
86.
Has won 14 ranking titles over the years. Going back as
60.
far as 2003, a tournament I won back in the 90s in Holland.
100. $92.
Has to be careful here. It's a break of throw opportunity for Rhys. If he can find some big trebles. Ooh, that took a horrible deflection.
40. 139.
Well, that visit turned this leg on its
58.
head.
Terry, you require 50.
18 or 10 for tops, of course, with Terry.
Game shot on the
that's why
second leg. Terry Jenkins.
That's a much better leg, a 17-dart hold for Terry. Now he's in the match, and the pressure goes back on to Rhys Griffin, of course.
Third leg, it's Rhys to throw first. Game on.
Didn't have a bad career, Terry. Prize money approaching 1.4 million.
95.
2 9-darters. Played darts alongside being an antique dealer. Of course, walked on to that Woolly Bully tune, which was oh so popular. I believe sung by Sam the Sham.
60.
First 180 of the match there for Rhys. Did it 2 last night.
100.
Going along very nicely.
$140. Rhys should require 126.
Trouble 19 leaves the ball. 88 remaining. Trouble 16, I would have thought.
86.
Beautiful.
Terry, you require
Tops after 12.
161.
Unless Terry can produce a 161. No, sir.
77. Rhys should require 40.
To go back in front for a second time. Won the opening leg.
$30.
Cannot afford to be doing that against Terry Jenkins.
Terry, you require 84.
Even a fairly rusty Terry Jenkins. 2 12s.
Game shot on
That's
the
why
third leg. Terry Jenkins.
A 14-dart breaker throw for the man from Ledbury. And a very tight leg 14-darter to boot.
Fourth leg, it's Terry to throw first. Game on. $180. 100. 43. 140.
We used to have some great banter with Terry back in the day. Of course, we used to call him Lovejoy after that wonderful TV character who played an antiques dealer.
125.
And he does have an eye for an
57.
antique. Does
Terry require 153.
Certainly not much he doesn't know about the industry. Pretty much been in it his whole life.
88 left. $70. $58.
So an
Terry
84
require 83.
in leg 3. 83 here in leg 4 for a 3-1 lead.
Game shot
Clinical,
on the
isn't
leg. Terry Jenkins.
Very, very tidy on the checkouts now, Terry Jenkins. And in complete control, 3-1 up, just one leg away from moving on to 6 points with Jamie Kelling.
Fifth leg, it's Rhys to throw first.
And of course,
Game on.
that will gap the distance between himself and Rhys Griffin to 4 points.
57.
Boosting his chances of qualifying for tomorrow night. He's desperately disappointed how he played last night.
100.
Averaging
140.
92 at the moment, Terry.
$100. 96. 125.
Piling the pressure on the Rhys Griffin throw. No hiding place now, of course, for Rhys.
98.
Loses this leg. It's game over.
136. Rhys should require 110. 53.
Tops after 12 for
Terry
Terry.
require 40. Game,
Lost
shot.
the opening
and
leg.
match.
And
Terry
then
Jenkins
has reeled off 4 on the spin and saving the best till last. A 13 darter there for Terry Jenkins. Look at that average, 95.41. 180 apiece, 2 140s apiece. But there's the stats, 4 from 4, 100% for Terry Jenkins on the checkouts. Good performance and does move on to 6 points and holds on to 3rd spot. Right, up next, Deta Hedman against our table-topping Carl Wilkinson. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League. Up next, match number 3. And it's Deta Hedman against table-topping Carl Wilkinson. Wonderful end to that last match. It started fairly slow before Terry Jenkins lost the opening leg and then reeled off 4 legs in 17, 14, 14 and 13. Here's Deta. Has won pretty much everything there is to win except the Worlds, which still, of course,
First leg, it's Carl to throw first.
Frustrates the great lady.
Game on.
A wonderful ambassador to our sport.
$100.
Completed 24 legs of darts last night, averaged just over 82.
$45.
Certainly good enough to whoop me right now. But she's going to be up against it. Against Carl Wilkinson,
134.
who looks to be in good form. Pretty much guaranteed to qualify now from here. Was very nervous in their match last night.
41.
Carl did win that one, 4-2. Deta averaging 83, 2 out of 6 on the doubles. Carl averaged 90, well, 89.97.
100.
Want to be pedantic. Just the 1-180, 4 from 12 on the doubles. But we just had 100% on the doubles from Terry Jenkins, 4 out of 4, a 95.41 average, best of the night so far.
60. Carl, you require 167.
Best average we've had so far in this Group B is 103.92 from this man.
99.
That was in the final match of the night. So he has staying power. Did average over 100 against Terry Jenkins as well last night. 100.46 in a 4-2 win. Terry averaged 91.93. Hit 3 180s. It wasn't
Carl, you
enough.
require 68.
There was 5 in the match.
Game shot on the first leg.
And a
Carl
15 dart
Wilkinson.
hold gets this one underway. He is looking very, very comfortable. Carl Wilkinson is on the top of the table for a reason.
Second leg, it's Deta to throw first. Game on.
15 dart hold of throw.
$45.
Did walk back to the hotel with Deta last night.
100.
We were reminiscing with about trips all over the world and the times we've paired up in doubles and trebles at the old holiday camp tournaments.
60.
Some wonderful memories, and as sharp as attack, and still very, very ambitious.
81.
And like everybody in the darting world, really has suffered the lack of match practice.
100.
That's a great ton. Deserved a little more.
$140.
Right in the corner.
100.
Another good ton. But the throw is in danger of being broken. That was a snatchy one.
27.
Well, a chance for Deta. 180 leaves double 8. 140 leaves 56. That will be the numbers going through her mind.
140. Carl, you require 153.
Mystic Mason.
97.
So 56 for a hold of throw.
Deta, you require 56.
Possible 17 darter here. Double 4.
$52.
Oof, right on the wire. Moved
Carl, you
it.
require 56.
20 double 18 or 16 tops. There's the 16.
36. Deta, require 4.
2 twos.
Game shot on the second leg.
And
Deta
finds
Hedman.
the double 2. A 19 dart holder throw there for Deta. One apiece. Fairly drama free. An opportunity though, of course, for Carl Wilkinson to
Third
break
leg,
throw.
it's Carl to throw first. Game on. $99. $66. $180.
First one of the match. And it goes to Carl Wilkinson. Hit 6 last night. He won in the opening match.
60.
Did hit a 177 as well, of course.
85.
In absolute control of this leg. Deta, of course, will have to find a break of throw from somewhere to win this match. Deta did have the throw in their match last night, if you're wondering
Carl,
how that's
137.
decided. 80 left. Went for the tops, but
97.
not fully committed. So basically aim for the low side of the double.
$140. Carl, you require 40. $30.
I more than got put right last night about Deta's ranking titles, which are closer to 140 than the 100 I thought it was. Like I said, there was a couple of gaps in her careers, one for around about 5 or 6 years.
59. Carl, you require 10.
She did win the biggest thing in
Game
ladies
shot
darts,
on the
the
third leg. Carl
Wimbledon
Wilkinson.
World Masters, on more than one occasion. Of course, that was the biggest event for the ladies before the introduction of the BDO, as it was
Fourth
then,
leg,
World
it's Deta to throw
Championships.
first. Game on.
That's now gone. And the Women's World Championships will be relaunched under the World Darts Federation banner.
180.
That will make Deta feel a whole lot better. That's her first.
60.
One apiece now in this match. Non-ranking event titles, she is well over 200.
60. 60.
I can only really think of maybe Phil as one more. I can't really think of too many others. Maybe Michael, but even then I doubt that.
$100.
Michael on an extraordinary lean spell right now. I think it's 22 tournaments without a title.
100. Deta, you require 161.
Write him off at your peril. But I certainly don't believe he will be a dominant force in the game again. There's just too many players
85.
who can match him in terms of ability and quality.
57.
Deta's
Deta requires
best leg
76.
of 14 was last night. Well, she had two 14 darters last night. Can match that here with the treble 20 and the double 8. Just be pleased to see this one go in.
60.
We'll be back. No finish for Carl.
$92. Deta requires
Double
16.
8 for two apiece.
No score.
Carl does love a
Carl, you require 132.
big finish. Another one of those. My goodness, double 16. Yes, pal, they're both in.
Yeah, 100 scored.
This really is a showbiz shot. This will hurt Deta.
100. Deta requires 60.
That would have been one for his highlight reel. And ours.
8.
So frustrating. 8 darts at a
Carl,
double.
you require 32.
The doubles did cause Deta a few issues last night. She did have match darts, as I said, to beat
Game
Terry.
shot on the fourth leg.
Well,
Carl Wilkinson.
almost an apologetic Carl Wilkinson, but it's a breaker throw and a 3-1 lead. Can he serve it out and win this one 4-1?
Fifth leg, it's Carl to throw first. Game on.
8
100.
darts for Deta there. Just 1 from 11 on the doubles.
$140.
But a wonderful attitude, as you can see. Pretty much a
100.
poker face. You certainly don't learn too much from Deta when you play against it. And all credit to her. Inside, she must be
140.
absolutely fuming Misses 8 darts to level it up at 2-2, and then fires back with back-to-back 140s in the very next leg.
140. $100. Cole, you require 161.
So Deta will be back.
121.
At 121, but it's absolutely
Deta, you
loaded
require
with pressure after
121.
the 121 from Wilkinson. Leaves him tops. Oh, wrong treble. Needed the treble 17 to get a dart at the ball.
83.
Should be
Cole, you require 40.
pretty much that. And that scoreline is a bit harsh.
Game, shots, and the match.
And
Carl
Carl
Wilkinson.
finds the double 5 with his final dart, a 15 darter, and that is a 4-1 win, and he moves on to 12 points. Pretty much safe now, as I've said in the last match. There's the averages, 88.75. Deta 76.4 to 41 with 10 missed darts at doubles, so it showed you how well she scored in that one. Right, Terry Jenkins back in action next. He's up against Jamie Kelling. Sporty Stuff TV for the final group matches of this Group B in the Online Darts Live League. And a big match, this one. Second versus third. Winner
First
of
leg,
this
it's
one
Terry to throw first. Game on.
pretty much guarantees their place in tomorrow night's final. Top 3 from the group, 5 players in the group, of course.
55. $180.
The 180s still flowing in.
$140.
Terry Jenkins nearly replies. This is match number 4 of 10 we will be bringing you tonight.
44.
Already in tomorrow night's final. Group A winner Martin Thomas, who was absolutely dominant, and Colin Whitehead, who
82.
won Group C today, and Robert Rickwood, who was runner-up in Group C. And as I've said, the top 3 from this Group B will also progress.
60.
Well, Carl Wilkinson is home and hosed. He's already guaranteed his place in tomorrow night's final. He's currently on 12
100.
points plus 14. Jamie Kelling, 6 points plus 5. Terry Jenkins, 6 points plus 1. Rhys Griffin, 2 points minus 9. Deta, nil point minus 11.
60. Terry require 124. 78.
Great recovery.
Jamie require 157.
Needed the treble 20 to start that combination.
57. Terry require 46.
Tops he needs.
Game
Tops
shot on
he
the
gets.
first leg.
And
Terry Jenkins.
opens his account in this match with a 17 dart hold of throw with that 46 finish. Like I said, the winner of this one pretty much
Second leg,
nailed
it's
on
Jamie
for
to
their
throw
place
first.
in the final, because the winner will go on to 8 points with only 2 matches to go
58.
for each of the players. Mathematically, of course,
50.
the loser of this match can be caught by Rhys Griffin if he went on to win
60.
his remaining 3 matches, and the other results go his way, as unlikely as that may be, if I don't mention
140.
it. Someone will.
$125. $140.
Already a much better version of Terry Jenkins tonight from last night.
140.
Looks much more comfortable.
$125. Jamie
46
require
after 12
180.
on the Jamie Kelling throw. Needs a treble. Doesn't get one, so 46 again.
30.
Bit of darting deja vu for Terry
require
Jenkins.
46.
6 tops last time, as clean as a whistle. Ooh, yeah, I thought it was there, Terry. I was waiting for Charlie Corstefine to call game
26.
shot.
Jamie require 88.
For the steal.
60. Terry require 20. Game shot on the second leg. Terry Jenkins.
17 dart leg to hold in leg 1 has been followed by a 16-dart breaker throw. Should have been a couple of darts fewer than that, of course, but Terry will be happy enough with a 2-0 lead.
Third leg, it's Terry to throw first. Game on.
It is lovely to get the early breaker throw. Not that he needed a breaker throw to win this match, of course.
81.
And Terry will be looking to get revenge. He really did play awfully against Jamie in this tie last night. Averaged
100.
77.59. Really out of sorts. Lost 4-0. All credit to Jamie. He averaged a very tidy
180.
88.41.
$140.
Battling well, Jamie. That's a real loose one. Was looking for the
124.
treble 18s for 18s and treble 20. Would have left 170.
$91.
Jamie's left 170. Will he have to get it? How low can Terry go off of this 178? Could stay there. Could go 18s. Has options. Go for the open target.
100. Jamie require 170.
What would you rather go for? 80 or 78? 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, I suppose.
134.
That's
Terry
superb.
requires 78.
There's the treble. 18. 24 remaining.
Game
Brilliant.
shot on the third leg.
Absolutely
Terry Jenkins.
brilliant from Terry Jenkins. 17, 16 and 15. A few missed darts at doubles, but a very impressive performance so far. I have to
Fourth
feel
leg,
for
it's
Jamie.
Jamie to throw
Lovely
first.
134
Game on.
to leave 36 and doesn't get a go. Terry averaging 95.
85. $129. 40. $140.
Don't forget to give us a follow on social media. On all platforms, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at Darts Live League.
59.
I'm not, unfortunately, although occasionally on Instagram. Chris Mason 180.
140. 80. Terry require 92.
Not a lot of darts on there, unfortunately. It's mainly gym and boxing stuff. Double 8 for a 12 darter and a 4-0 win.
84.
He'll be back.
$135.
A
Terry
wry smile
require
from Jamie.
8. Game, shot,
gonna say,
and the match. Terry
My
Jenkins.
goodness, surely he can close it out, and he does with a 15 darter. A lovely run of legs there. 17, 16, 15 and 15. An average of in excess of 95. Very similar, of course, to Carl Wilkinson. Well, those two will meet a little bit later. But up next, it's Deta Hedman against Rhys Griffin. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League. Up next, match number 5. Deta Hedman versus Rhys Griffin. Rhys won this tie 4-2 last night. There's a table update. Wilkinson on 12 points. Terry Jenkins 8. Jamie 6. Rhys on 2. Deta yet to get off the mark. This is the second cycle of matches, so after this one, all the players would have played 2 of their 4 games. Rhys could catch Jamie, of course, on 6 points. He'd have to win his remaining... Well, he could overtake Jamie, of course, but he'd have to win his remaining 3 matches and other results go his way. I think Jamie Kelling
54
needs one more win just to ensure his spot in tomorrow night's final. And that was a very tidy performance from Terry.
140.
95-43, the best of the night so far. He did have a 95-41
93
in his opening match. So he's averaging 95 for the night. Very similar to Carl Wilkinson last night, who averaged 94.5.
64.
Of course, a win for Deta here, and that puts the end to any hopes of Rhys trying to scrape in
60
to tomorrow night's final, which will,
Deta require
as always, be at 10 p.m. I will confirm that. I have seen an email somewhere.
81.
It might be starting a little later tomorrow night, but I will try and confirm that before the end of the evening.
92. Deta requires 76.
Double 8.
60.
Not been a lot wrong with Deta scoring this evening,
96.
but finishing
Deta requires 16.
has caused her a few issues. Just 1 from 11 in that opening match. Still averaged nearly 77.
14.
She did, of course, miss 8 darts at a
Rhys
double
require 106.
in one leg. If I remember rightly, that was to level things up at 2 apiece against Carl Wilkinson.
54.
Well, double 1.
Deta require 2. No score. Rhys require 52.
For a real steal.
$32.
Cannot take advantage. So back to double 1 for
Deta
Deta.
require 2.
Like I said, this is match number 5 of 10 we will be bringing you this evening.
Game shot on the first leg.
And
Deta Hedman.
much to the relief for Deta Hedman, she does find that double 1 Ended up a 22 darter. It is 1-0. That's the most important
Second
bit.
leg, it's Rhys to throw first. Game on.
The hold of throw for Deta.
$100. $140. $93. $100. $44.
140 and a ton to kick off this second leg for Deta. As I said, and is evident here. Nothing wrong with the scoring. Well, put the mockers
41.
on that. Typical commentator's curse, of course. Completion of this match, our final
54.
5 matches, starts with a real cracker. Carl Wilkinson up against Terry Jenkins. Then Deta will be back in action against Jamie. Then Rhys against Carl. Terry against Deta. And then Jamie Kelling against Rhys Griffin.
80.
Which could have played out to be for that third spot. We'll have to wait and see.
140. Deta require
70.
140.
140 for Deta. Trouble 20, trouble 20, double 10. His other routes, of course. Oh, there's hundreds of routes out on 140.
120.
Making sure not
Rhys
to bust.
require 70.
59 remaining. That leaves tops.
Game shot on the second leg. Rhys Griffin.
Well, he did it the hard way. Got there in the end and found tops for an 18 dart hold a throw, and he'll feel a whole lot better about this match after that.
Third leg,
tops
it's Deta to throw first.
found its target.
Game on. $41. $58. $100. $93. $60. $100.
Outside chance for Rhys here to get a
40.
break a throw, and he's actually now stolen the darts. 10 points in front plus these.
$40.
Finds the treble 20 this time, so should be on a finish.
100.
And is of 160.
$81. Deta require 160.
These players, of course, making their debuts in the Online Darts Live League. Another one of those leaves tops for a 160.
120.
And as I've stated,
Rhys require 129.
both only back playing a bit of local darts in recent weeks, so well out of match practice.
64. Deta require 40. Game shot on the third leg.
Pins the double
Hedman.
with no drama in leg 3. A 19 dart holder throw for Deta. Goes back in front yet again. Rhys will throw first in leg 4.
Fourth leg, it's Rhys to throw first. Game on. $95. $95. $180.
So first 180 of
100.
the match for Rhys Griffin.
$56.
Left the big fish, 170. And if he finds the 2 treble 20s, I can assure you he'll be having a go. Just to try and get a bit of confidence.
180.
Deta's
Rhys
second
require 170.
180 of the night. It was risky.
98. Deta require 126.
4 19s and ball.
$101. Rhys requires 72.
So 72 is going to get 1 dart at tops.
32.
And that was to hold throw. Deta wants 25 for a breaker throw, a
Deta
3-1 lead.
25.
And will start the very next leg. Double 4 for a 14 dart break.
17. Rhys require 40. Game shot on the fourth leg. Rhys
I
Griffin.
can assure you that will be a sigh of relief watching Deta go close to going 3-1 up, but Deta still has the darts in leg 5.
It's Deta to throw first. Game on. $45. $100. $121. $27. $85. $41.
$83 in front, plus these. Deta, of course, doesn't need
$140.
a breaker throw to win this match. She's just 2 holds a throw away from doing that.
$140. Deta require 110.
Plenty of options on the 110. That's not one of them.
$26. $100.
So some pressure from
Deta require
Rhys Griffin.
84.
Down to 93. Potential 2-dart finish. Deta wants 84. Treble 20, double 12. 2014 ball. Make sure with the 14. Bang in the middle of the 14.
59. Rhys require 93.
Double 10. Ooh.
88.
Good effort.
Deta require 25.
17 double 4 last time. 17 double 4 this time. Didn't hit it last time.
$21.
Doesn't hit it this time. Disaster for Deta.
Rhys require 5.
1 double 2. There's the 1. Just drying his darts off. It is ridiculously warm in there.
Game shot on the 5th
And
leg.
it's a
Rhys
breaker throw
Griffin.
and a 3-2 lead for Rhys. Puts his hand up and apologises there. Part of the game, I'm afraid. Now
6th
Deta
leg. It's
has
Rhys
it all to
throw
do.
First. Game on. $180.
And then piles in a 180 just to add to the pain.
100. $93.
Good cover shot on the treble 18. 173 points adrift, Deta.
$60. $44.
Was looking for the 18 to leave 170.
$140. $96. $127.
So
Rhys
88
require 88.
to wrap this one up. 4-2. 18 and ball. That leaves double 16.
56. Deta requires 74.
$42 for 32. Oh dear. That's a disaster. That leaves 25.
66. Rhys require 32. Game, shot, and the match. Rhys
16
Griffin.
darter to finish it off for Rhys Griffin, and he barely just about keeps his hopes alive. Again, missed doubles was the problem for Deta, and as you can see, 14 missed darts to the double, just 2 from 16 for Deta. Right, we're going to be back with an absolute cracker. Terry Jenkins versus Carl Wilkinson. Live League, brought to you exclusively on Sporty Stuff TV. 5 matches down, 5 to go, and we kick off with a cracker. Carl Wilkinson tops the table against Terry Jenkins.
First leg, it's Carl to throw first.
First
Game
versus second. Positions won't change no matter what the result, because
60.
Carl Wilkinson's on 12 points plus 14. Terry Jenkins 8 points plus 5. Jamie Kelling 6 points plus 1. Rhys
53.
Griffin 4 points minus 7. Deta no points minus 13. So mathematically
100.
still possible, of course, for Rhys to catch Terry and Jamie, but results are seriously going to have to go his way.
99.
He also still has to play, of course, this man, Carl Wilkinson, and then Jamie Kelling.
97.
So it could well possibly. Well, Jamie's still got to play Deta. Jamie versus
100.
Rhys is our final match. All be immaterial, of course, if
84.
Jamie does beat Deta, because I cannot see Rhys beating Carl.
83.
And what we've seen
Carl,
so far over the last 2 nights. Could be
64.
proven wrong. How does the saying go? I'm not always right, but I'm never wrong.
100. Carl, you require 96.
Right, hold a throw in leg 1. For the double 18 top strat.
56. Terry
Leaves
requires
tops.
66.
Treble 10, double 18 for Terry. There's the 10. 16 leaves tops.
Game shot on the first leg.
Pins it.
Terry Jenkins.
A very tidy, clinical finish there for Terry, and that's the breaker throw he needed to win this match, but this one's got a few more twists in its tail, I can assure you.
Second leg, it's Terry to throw first. Game on. $140. $140. $60. $99.
Another darting legend will be joining the action next week. Kevin Painter.
140.
Former world finalist, of course, involved in that absolute epic with Phil, and
134.
Players' Championship winner.
Terry, you require 161.
Winner of many, many titles, of course.
130.
The important one.
Carl, you require 128.
Is that major? Wasn't too many other winners in that era either.
63. Terry, you require 31.
An era dominated by the greatest of them all, Phil Taylor.
15.
Desperately unlucky, that.
Carl,
Two
you require
beautifully
65.
thrown darts. Absolutely no reward. He's going to get 1 dart at double 16.
Game shot on the second
when it's
leg.
your night,
Carl Wilkinson.
it's your night, and that was a 15 dart break back. 2 darts right on the wire at double 8 for Terry Jenkins for a 2-0 lead. But we're back at 1 apiece and back on
Third
throw.
leg, it's Carl to throw first. Game on. 96. 125. 180.
We had to wait a while for our first one.
180.
Like buses, I get two at once.
134.
Terry won their first 3 meetings before Carl got the better of him last night. And what was it?
45.
Super performance from Carl.
Carl, you require 91.
142 with a 100.46 average.
Game shot on the third leg. Carl Wilkinson.
And another clinical finish for Carl. This time on 91, and now leads 2-1 in what felt like a blink of an eye.
Fourth leg, it's Terry to throw first.
Was
100.
best leg of the night. An 11 dart hold for Carl.
80.
Showing us why he's yet to lose a game in this group.
100.
He's now 6 out of 6. Wins this one 7 out of 7.
82.
Not as good tonight as he was last night in
60.
terms of averages, but still winning games. As I said, they don't write averages on trophies or checks.
58.
He will have one more match to go at the end of this one to go through the card unbeaten if he can win this one.
55.
That will be against Rhys Griffin, who is desperate for wins.
81. 111.
Leaves 75. There's going to be pressure on it. It's just relentless.
140. Terry requires 75.
Keeps putting him in a situation where he just can't afford to miss.
55. Carl, you require 60.
20 and tops.
Game shot on the
And
fourth
it
leg.
flies in.
Carl Wilkinson.
A 17 dart breaker throw gives Carl a 3-1 lead, and more bad news for Terry. Carl has the darts in the fifth leg.
Fifth leg, it's Carl to throw first. Game on. $36.
He's not missed a dart at a double yet. Carl Wilkinson.
100. 140.
Even when he makes a mistake, the next throw, he just seems to find a way of
60.
putting it right.
$140.
Started this leg with 36 and then back-to-back 140s.
180.
Second in the match for Terry, leading in that column 2-1.
45.
Just planted
Terry require
a little
161.
seed there with that max. Needed the treble for the ball.
97.
Don't
Carl,
be
you
surprised
require
if this goes in.
140.
Does love a big finish. Went for tops.
80.
I live
Terry
closer.
requires 64.
He says from the comfort of his commentary chair.
44.
So another opportunity. Took 60 out in the
Carl,
last
you
leg
require
in
60.
2. Took 91 out in the leg before that in 2. Oh dear. Tops. Back up.
Game,
Back up.
shot.
Doesn't
and
matter.
Match. Carl Wilkinson.
He is just totally unfazed. And another absolutely rock solid performance from the Yorkshireman. And the dominance continues. A very good performance, has to be said, from Terry Jenkins there. Look at those averages. 91.92, 93.61 for Carl Wilkinson. And he does go through the card. 4 out of 4, 100% on the doubles. Right, we're going to be back with Deta Hedman against Jamie Kelling. Welcome back to Sporty Stuff TV, and this is the Online Darts Live League. This is Group B, match number 7. And Deta Hedman back in action against Jamie Kelling. Here's an update of the table. 7 out of 7 over the 2 nights for Carl Wilkinson. Remains unbeaten. Terry Jenkins in 2nd spot. Jamie Kelling just holding on to 3rd. Remember, the top 3 progress to tomorrow night's final, where Martin Thomas, Conan Whitehead and Robert Rickwood await. Remember, Robert Rickwood, of course, he was the man that won the Mad Qualifier.
$180.
Another 180 for Deta. She's certainly got her scoring boots on.
85.
The problems have begun on the finishing. Absolutely nothing wrong with her scoring.
$140.
She averaged just over 83 last time out and missed 14 darts at a double. That's
100.
Effectively a whole leg. Some like this one, 180 followed by a 140.
$59. $96. DC require 122. $42. $180. DC require 80.
Tops.
Game shot on the first leg.
Oh, despite the late max from Jamie Kelling, Deta managed to keep it all together and find the tops and hold throw. Entertaining leg. Leg 2, Jamie has the darts.
It's Jamie to throw first.
Was a 15 dart hold of throw
100.
in the end for Deta. Three more matches to come at the completion of this one.
40.
Rhys against the unbeaten Carl, Terry against Deta, and Jamie against Rhys. Will the 3rd spot go all the way down to that one? I think it's very unlikely, but mathematically possible. I think Jamie would have to get done 4-0 here, though. It may well go to leg difference.
100.
At the moment, Rhys is on -7, whilst Jamie is on +1.
57.
Jamie won this tie last night, 4-1, with a very respectable 87-37 average, 4 out of 8 on the doubles, a high of 108. Deta
22.
averaged 84.43.
$50. 123. $61. $100.
Super
Jamie
last dart.
require 136.
I know which finish I'd rather be going for.
$82.
Went for the treble 17 to leave double 10.
Deta require 116.
Just needs the one treble in the combination. And it's now treble 20 for double 18. There's the treble 20.
98. Jamie require 54.
Rhys will be in the practice room. He'd have been willing that one in.
14. Deta require 18. No score. Jamie require 40. Game shot on the second leg.
Well,
Jamie Kelling.
he's got away with that one. It was a 22 dart hole to throw. Clinical in leg one. Deta taking out the 80 for a 15 darter. And she did have an opportunity there, of
Third leg,
course.
it's Deta's
Very
to
close
throw
to the
first.
double 9, has to be said.
Game on.
That close that if it was any closer, it'd have been in.
$100.
Well, up next, Rhys Griffin
42.
against Carl Wilkinson, and you can get Carl Wilkinson at a price of 1 to 2. I've not give you one selection tonight.
$85.
But if I'm going to give you one, and I hate the expression, but that's buying money.
134.
The difference in their statistics going into that match are literally night and day.
$81.
Their match yesterday, Carl won 4-1 with his worst performance of the night. 1 to 2.
85.
Well, fill your boots is my only advice. I was 5 out of 5 today. I think I picked 7 yesterday. I did have a look tonight, and I didn't. How I've missed that.
66.
I mean, it was well down the page, so maybe it just flew past me. I just didn't see any value whatsoever. Just to put that into perspective, Jamie Kelling is the same price to beat Rhys Griffin. Carl Wilkinson, the man who's unbeaten, has a running average around about 14 points higher than Rhys Griffin right now.
137.
He's
Jamie
32.
require 140. $60. DT require 32.
15 darts thrown, so a possible 16 darter. Maybe a 17. Ooh. Maybe an 18.
16. Jamie require 80. Game shot on the third leg. Jamie Kelling.
Well, that was a real steal and more disappointment for Deta. I've never known her miss so many darts at doubles, but as I've said before, it
Fourth
becomes
leg,
just
it's Jamie to throw
you
first.
start missing and
Game
you'll
on.
go through the night missing. Almost becomes infectious.
140. $60. $84. $100. $93. $45. $135.
49 after 12. Possible 14 dart leg on the cards.
$140. Jamie require 49. $29.
Oh, you almost feel
Deta require 156.
one of these shots has to go in for Deta. Need 2 treble 20s, of course, to leave double 18.
Jamie require 20. Game shot on the fourth leg. Jamie Kelling.
17 dart holder throw there for Jamie. Now puts him in within 1 leg of picking up a further 2 points and consolidating
Fifth leg,
his
it's
place
Deta to
in
throw
tomorrow
first.
night's final.
Game on. $100. $44. $60. $140.
2 180s in this match so far, 1 apiece. Those players averaging over 83. Again, that's with Deta's doubling down at 12.5%.
100.
8 scores of between a ton and 139, 2 140s, a 180, a high finish of 80.
90. 96.
12.5% on the doubles. And that's been a bit of a theme for Deta. Just 2 from 16 against Rhys a little earlier.
41.
9% on the doubles in her match against Carl. And that's the difference in not being match sharp, of course. The scoring always pretty much stays there. It's just the back end of legs where you tend to go missing.
140.
Perfect
Jamie
example.
require 121. $41. D2 requires 60.
20 and tops for a holder throw, and to go within 1 of Jamie. Well, this would be about right. Hit 2 doubles.
50.
I took
Jamie
80 out.
require 80.
In leg 3, of course. 20 and tops. Can he do it again? There's the 20.
Game, shot, and the match.
And he
Jamie
can.
Kelling.
And finishes off with an 18, his opening leg. Well, the opening leg of the match was a 15 for Deta. Then it was a 22. It was a real scrappy one for Jamie. And then finished off in 18, 17 and 18 for a respectable enough 85 average. 180 apiece in the match. But look at the doubles for Deta. Just 10%. You're not going to win anything with just 10% on the doubles. Right, we're going to be straight back with Rhys Griffin against Carl Wilkinson. And welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, brought to you on Sporty Stuff
First
TV.
Rhys to throw
And
first.
this is the final 3 matches of
Game on.
this Group B. And it's been dominated by the man throwing second in this match, Carl Wilkinson, unbeaten.
134.
Played 7-1-7. This is his final match. Can he go through the card?
60.
It appears the bookies may be dubious. Please gamble responsibly, of course. I have to stick that in. Because they only make him 1 to 2. I would make him about a 1 to 4, 1 to 5 shot for this.
59.
Their stats going into this match are literally night and day. And the meeting last night, Carl was not even at his best and was good enough to win 4-1. Something like close to 14 points difference between the two in terms of averages. Well, literally every aspect. Averages, 180s, 140s.
98.
Checkout stats, high checkout stats, including finishes over 80.
59. Rhys should require 136.
Our spotter was a little premature there. That's not in, young man.
83.
I will give you a quick table update at the conclusion of this leg, which
100.
looks like it's about to be
Rhys should
over.
require
And it's
53.
going to be a holder throw for Rhys.
Game shot on the first leg.
Does.
Rhys Griffin.
And a steady enough start for Rhys. Carl Wilkinson, well, not out of the blocks. Don't tell me I've put the jinx in.
Second leg, it's Carl to throw first.
But it is just a holder throw,
Game on.
of course. Yeah, the table. Carl Wilkinson, 14 points, played
60.
7-1-7, plus 17 on the leg difference. Jamie Kelling, he's played 7, he's on 8 points plus 4.
96.
Terry Jenkins, 8 points plus 2. Rhys Griffin, who does have one more match to come
140.
after this one. He's on 4 points minus 7.
$58.
So our top 3 that progress. Carl, Jamie
140.
and Terry join Martin, Conan and Robert in tomorrow night's final. It's going to be a cracker.
140.
Good luck
Carl,
trying
you
to pick a
require
winner.
161.
Don't forget, myself and Phil Bars will be bringing you our usual
28.
preview show around about 7 p.m. And we will try and
93.
pick a winner
Carl, you require 133.
somehow. Needs a treble.
57.
Doesn't get one. Well, this is a really
Rhys should require
different start.
114. $58.
So the
Carl, you
76
require
has to go, in my opinion.
Game shot on the second leg. Carl Wilkinson.
It does. Treble 20. Missed the first double 8 with his second dart. Found it with his third. Levels things up at 1 apiece. Everything on throw.
Third leg, it's Rhys to throw first. Game on.
Rhys on the opening leg in 18 to hold.
134.
Carl responded in kind with a 18-dart hold of his own.
58. $180. 43. 93. 130. Rhys should require 94. 74.
Well, Carl Wilkinson at the moment is averaging 73. He averaged over
96.
21 points higher
Rhys
for
should
the night
require
last
20.
night.
Game shot on the
Earth
third leg.
is going
Rhys
on.
Griffin.
Very good from Rhys. An 18-dart hold to throw in leg 1. He's held throw in leg 3 with a 13. He's getting better.
Fourth leg. It's Carl to throw first. Game on. $140. 96. 54.
This most definitely is not what I expected.
96. 87.
89 in front. Rhys has found the treble 19.
95. 66. 134. Cole, you require 154.
Treble 14 leaves 32.
122.
Certainly wouldn't put it past
Rhys
Rhys in this form
80.
to take the 80 out. Yep, there's the treble 20.
Game shot on the fourth leg. Rhys Griffin.
Oh, I have more than put the jinxie on this one, haven't I? 18, 13 and 14 for Rhys. He's averaging
Fifth
in the
leg.
mid-90s.
It's Rhys to throw first. Game on.
In fact, he's averaging 97, a number he has been nowhere near in his previous
96.
6 matches. Really producing it in this one, isn't he?
58.
Carl Wilkinson, a man whose running average is around about 94, is averaging 80.
96. 85.
And this is Carl's final game to literally go through the card unbeaten.
85. 58. 60.
I think he's as baffled as I am. He's literally nowhere near it.
60.
What's going on?
Rhys should require 164. $92.
The treble would have left tops, of course.
$140. Rhys should require
Do not expect
72.
Rhys to miss this one. Tops he wants.
52. Carl, you require 100. $65. Rhys, you require 20. $10.
3 double 16 for Carl.
Carl, you require 35. $27. Rhys, you require 10.
His doubling stats for this group is over 40%. Oh, it's only just, watch this flying. It's only just in the one. It's nearly bust.
Game, shot, and the match. Rhys Griffin.
Could you ever imagine being as lucky as a bookie? My. That's my first one wrong in about 12. Good average from Rhys, though, has to be said. 87.46. Certainly close to his best of this Online Darts Live League Group B. Good on the finishes as well. 1 out of 3. Right, up next, Terry Jenkins against Deta Hedman. Good evening, and, well, it's actually good morning. It's good evening somewhere around the world, I am sure. This is our penultimate match of Group B, and it's Terry Jenkins against Deta Hedman. Confirmation there of the table. Rhys Griffin will have to beat Jamie Kelling 4-0 to join Carl Wilkinson and Terry Jenkins. If Terry,
First
of
leg,
course,
it's Terry to throw first.
wins this game.
Game on.
After our last match, well, anything can happen.
180.
Got a kidney for sale if anybody wants it. How on earth has Carl Wilkinson played like that? Baffling. And that was the best performance
60.
of the 2 days from Rhys. An 87.46. He actually was averaging around about 96 for
81.
the opening 3 legs. Well, when he was 3-1 up, he was averaging around 96.
60.
Oh, I was going to tell you that this one did go
80.
rather close. In fact, Deta had multiple match darts to win this one last night. It was second game on. Terry just never settled at all throughout the match. It went all the way. Terry winning 4-3.
140. Terry, you require 160.
Another one of those for tops. Yep, tops.
Game
Beautiful.
shot on the first leg.
Absolutely
Terry
beautiful.
Jenkins.
A 180 in the leg and a 160 finish. Doesn't get much better than that, does it? And he is 1-0 up, of course.
Second leg, it's Deta to throw first. Game on.
Highest checkout of the night. Not of the week, of course. We have had a 167.
100.
From Lee Evans.
100. 140.
Ton backed up by a 140 from Deta.
$100.
That opening leg from Terry was a 12 darter. Pretty sure that's the best of the night for him. Deta steadily improved last night and again has made a massive improvement in the scoring.
60.
Still has so much to offer the sport, that's for sure. And I can assure you, once she's back playing on a regular basis and fine-tunes those doubles, she's going to be there or thereabouts.
100.
During the scoring phase of all her matches tonight, she's been very, very good.
$100. DT requires 78.
To level things up. Terry has to win this one to absolutely make sure.
58. Terry require 141. 65.
Although Rhys, of course, can.
Deta, you require 20.
He's on 6 points -4, so even if he wins 4-0, he will be level on legs. So
Game shot on the second leg.
Deta
Hedman
goes out in 16 darts to hold throw on her own throw. A 12 darter for Terry leg 1, a 16 for Deta in
Third
leg
leg
2.
is Terry to throw first. Game on.
Oh, more of the same, please.
$120.
One on the floor.
$55. 60.
Couldn't quite climb over that first dart, could he? To get the treble 20. Deta 125 adrift.
82. 97. 100. 81. 45. Terry require 143.
Looking for the treble 17, of course.
81.
62. Deta adrift on 219. Looks like another holder throw.
$36. Terry requires 62. Game shot on the third leg.
And
Terry
yet
Jenkins.
again, Terry Jenkins finds the finish. Takes it out fairly drama-free. Two holds of throw. And leg 4, it's Deta to throw
Fourth
first.
leg, it's Deta to throw first. Game on. $41. 180.
That's 180 and number 2 in this match. For Terry Jenkins.
140.
Last time he hit 180 in the leg. Leg 1, he went out in 12 darts. And if he does that here, that will be more than enough to break through, you would think. That's
140.
very nearly 6 perfect darts. Did have a 9-darter, of course, in the World Championships.
100. 85.
'Robert Rickwood, as I did mention, came through the mad qualifiers.
140.
He's
Terry
our first
require
of
96.
4. We've got one every week for the next 4 weeks before
56.
Champions Week. Could Robert
Deta, you
Rickwood
require 80.
go deep in tomorrow night's final and guarantee himself in Champions Week? Potentially get his hands on £6,000.
Game shot
Wow.
on the 4th leg.
Where was
Deta
this
Hedman.
a little earlier, Deta? That was a clean kill. 80 finish, treble 20, double 10, a holder throw, 2-2.
5th leg, it's Terry to throw first. $95.
Terry Jenkins is averaging just shy of 100. Deta just shy of 90. 2 out of 3 on the doubles, 66%. Terry, 100%. Deta would have been anywhere near that 66% for the night.
180.
Should have found herself at the other end of the table. Well, over the 2 nights, of course.
121.
2 180s for Terry in this match, and that was Deta's first.
$100. 121.
Battling hard here. It's being made to by Deta. As his average now goes in excess of 100.
$41. Terry, you require 164. $100. $42. Terry requires 64. 48 leaves you 16. Game shot on the 5th leg.
Finds
Terry Jenkins.
the double. Well, that was a scary leg for Terry Jenkins, but he does hold throw in the end, and that's the 5th holder throw in this match. This is good quality.
It's Deta to throw first. Game on.
That was a 14-darter there for Terry. Both players hitting a 180 in the leg. It was the 64 kill in 2 for Terry. That gives him a 3-2 lead. 12, 8, and 18 and 14 the winning legs for Terry so far. 16 and 14 for Deta. But
140.
is Terry going to pounce on that mistake? Well, he does instantly with a 140. Averaging 102.53, Terry. 87 for Deta.
60.
She had 5 scores of between 100 and 139, 4 140s, 1 180.
97.
Very little in it in terms of total scores of a ton or more. 12 for Terry, 10 for Deta.
$135.
Make that 11.
$100.
This is a hard-fought game so far.
$134. Terry, you require 164.
Another high-quality visit. That makes it 13-12. 25 scores of a ton or more between them in this match. 13, what, 14-12. Make it 26.
128.
Can Deta make it 27 in 6 legs of darts and level things up? There's the treble 18. Needs another, or
54.
treble 14, double 16.
74 left.
There's the treble 14.
96.
Wonderful
Terry, you
effort
require 32.
from Deta. Can Terry? Oh dear. It's a long, long way off. So is that.
24.
Well, there was a bit of pressure there from Terry.
Deta, you require 32.
That effort from Deta shook him up a bit. I don't think she's going to miss. Slide it down the side of that one. There you go.
Sixth leg. Deta Hedman.
Deta wins the 6th leg in 17 darts. Her winning legs in this match, 16, 14 and 17. Terry, 12, 18 and 14. And he had 3 darts there, of course, to win the match. Now he has to do it all again. How many times
100.
can he keep going to the well? 6 legs, 6 holds of throw. We go to a decider. Don't forget, one more match to bring you. Jamie Kelling against Rhys Griffin, and he has to win 4-0. Rhys Griffin.
39.
Jamie Kelling just needs the 1 leg.
$100.
Deta's average just shy of 90. Terry Jenkins just over the ton.
$140.
This has been some game.
$81.
Oof, how big was that? Now had an incredible 29 scores of a ton or more in 6.5 legs.
56. $140. $99. Terry, you require 80.
Tops to get it done.
40.
fourth match start for Terry.
Deta, you require 167.
3 to win it for 2 and 1 to win it for 3. I was going to say she can't, can she?
$60.
A little less pressure
Terry,
on
you
the
require
tops here.
40.
Tens. Fives.
35.
Oh dear, 6.
Deta, you require 107.
7 match starts for Terry Jenkins. I don't think he can believe it. This is doable. Still doable. Treble 18 leaves the ball. Terry's nodding his head. What does he know?
Game, shot.
Look at that.
And the match.
Absolutely plumb in the middle, and had to wait all the way to her final match of this Group B to pick up her first win. And how a wonderful performance there from Deta, an average of 87.5. Look at that on the checkouts. We did suggest if she could bump those numbers up, she would be competitive. Well, eventually she did just that, with the high finish coming in the final leg of the match, the 107. Right, we're going to be back for our final match. Let's hope it's as good as that one. Jamie Kelling versus Rhys Griffin. morning and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, brought to you exclusively on Sporty Stuff TV, and this is our final match of Group B. Jamie Kelling up against Rhys Griffin. There's the table. Wilkinson up there on 14 points.
First leg,
Jamie
it's
and Terry on 8.
Game on.
Terry, of course, on +1 on the leg difference. So Jamie just needs the one leg here. And that will secure
60.
his berth into tomorrow night's final. And, of course, the opportunity to qualify for Champions Week, where there will be
41.
£6,000 up for grabs for the winner. A lot of darts to be thrown, of course, between now and then.
139.
But you've got to be in it to win it.
99.
At the moment, tomorrow's final.
100.
Martin Thomas, the dominant player of Group A, who won 13 consecutive matches over 3 days, lost his opening match
93.
and lost his last match and won all 13 in between. Conan Whitehead, winner of Group C today. Robert Rickwood, the Mad Darts qualifier, he was second in Group C. Carl Wilkinson, who's won this
45.
Group B. Terry Jenkins has secured his place. And, well, Rhys Griffin would have to win
98. Jamie
this match
require
4-0
157.
to win it on legs 1. They would finish completely level on points and
137.
leg difference,
Rhys
so it
require
would go to legs 1.
170.
And that would be in favour of Rhys Griffin if he won 4-0.
105. Jamie require 20. Game shot on the first leg.
That
Jamie
does
Kelling.
secure his berth. I think that was acknowledged there by Rhys Griffin. Now, of course, the leg difference can only be 3.
Second leg, it's Rhys to throw first. Game on. $57.
Yes, even a 4-1 win now, of course, would be no good because it was Rhys Griffin 6 points minus 4.
140.
Jamie Kelling 8 points plus 4. So a 4-0 win would, of course, taken him in onto 8 points, and they'd have been level on
100.
0 or no leg difference, and then it would have gone to legs 1, which would have been in favour of Rhys. Certainly didn't feel like that over the 2 days, but
95.
that was most definitely the case. So that is confirmed. Jamie Kelling now is our 6th man into tomorrow night's final, and congratulations to him.
94.
That final will be on Sporty Stuff TV tomorrow evening.
81. $140. 100. Rhys should require 110. 89 left. $78. Jamie require 85. Game shot on the second leg. Jamie Kelling.
And a very nice 15-darter on the ball for Jamie. Gives him a 2-0 lead and a break of throw.
Third leg, it's Jamie to throw
Just to
first.
confirm,
Game on.
the Greyhound Derby final is, of course, next Saturday. But tomorrow night's final
45.
will start at 10 p.m. sharp on Sporty Stuff TV. Next Saturday, you're going to miss the first 30 minutes, unfortunately, as it is
58.
the Greyhound Derby final on Sporty Stuff TV.
$100.
Hopefully you will only miss the opening 2 matches or so. You can still, of course, watch it on YouTube, on the Online Darts
86.
YouTube channel. Or, of course, on your chosen bookmaker. Also stream the action.
100.
Jamie Kelling going along very nicely here, averaging 94. 88 for Rhys.
57.
Rhys, of course, another player making his debut. It does take a while to get used to it. You can ask all the players. I'll say it takes a day or so just
50.
to get used to the rules and the regulations and the environment and the playing area.
$11.
Even Jamie, who's played multiple matches in the live league, was saying a little earlier, just felt more comfortable over the last couple of days. Knows where he's going, knows
61.
the layout, knows the routine.
Jamie requires 66.
Does make a big difference.
Game shot on the third
Finds
leg.
the double
Jamie
18,
Kelling.
a real dominant performance. Well, we'll finish in second spot, of course, in this Group B, above Terry Jenkins if he can get the win.
Fourth leg, it's Rhys to throw first.
And he's one leg
Game
away
on.
from doing that.
$140. $93. $100.
I hopefully will.
140.
I've got myself out of bed by 9 o'clock tomorrow night before the off at 10.
123.
This is my
98. Rhys require
95th
138.
match in commentary this week. 10 to go.
90. Jamie
we
require
crown
170.
Phase 2 Week 6 champion. And also find out our first 3 players into Champions Week.
96. Rhys require 48.
Double 8.
32.
Giving it
Jamie
the thumbs
requires
up.
74.
A little bit of sarcasm there. Oh, this would hurt. Double 10.
Game,
Oh,
shots,
beautiful.
and the match. Jamie Kelling.
Beautiful game there from Jamie Kelling. An average of, I think, around about 95. I'm sure it will come up now on the screen. There you go. 95.43. Beautiful. 80% on the doubles. It looked clinical. That's because it was. Okay, so our lineup for tomorrow night. Martin Thomas, Conan Whitehead, Robert Rickwood, Carl Wilkinson, Terry Jenkins and Jamie Kelling. We're going to be back this evening at 10 p.m. on Sporty Stuff TV. Make sure you join us. We'll see you then.
Thank you.